Hey YouTube, it's a bank holiday weekend here in London, and you've seen quite a few videos from me over the last few days and weeks. I've been gathering coins in for Silver Forum members and one or two others, sending off to NGC. You've seen some of the results, you've seen the great things that have happened, you've seen the not so great things that have happened. And I thought I'd also start to pay a little bit of attention to my own collection and take a look through it over the next few weeks, decide what's the best thing to do with it, take a look at whether the things I've bought have done well, whether they've done badly, whether they should be sold. And I generally would like over the next 6-8 months to kind of go through each of the boxes of coins I've got, work out whether I want to keep them, and probably some of those boxes, when I get a chance, I'll do with you guys, so we can go through and take a look at the stories behind each box, why I've ended up buying certain things, whether the reasons I bought them are still relevant, and what I should do going forward. So there's too many bits and pieces to really do it just as one video, so I thought when I have the opportunity we'll do it box by box when things get a bit quiet, and then get your ideas and go through each box. So let's take a look at that and see what we've got in this box. So 20 coins in an NGC box, and we can take a look at them and see what we've got. So Britannia. So for those of you that don't know Britannias, and there can't be very many people who don't know Britannias, Britannias are the kind of second coin, the second coin of the UK, maybe even the third coin now that Beasts have come out for a few years, I don't know, but they've been going since 1987. They're really nice. Some years they have special designs, some years they're the same design. I think they're a really good staple. There are very, very few of these produced. The reason I started buying Britannias and having them graded was because compared to sovereigns, the mintages are very, very slow, very small. So they're really nice coins. There's a lot of proofs around, nice designs, good availability. But I think I started picking the first one up 3 years ago. Since I've started picking them up, Britannias have become much more popular. And the prices you have to pay for them are now considerably higher than they were 3 years ago, when nobody was really looking at them. So maybe it's now time to sell them, maybe not, I don't know. We can get some thoughts going on the comments and see what you guys think. But so 2004 got a 70 for that one, and I think this one, yeah. So then you had some of them with special designs. So 2001 we had the kind of matte proof one. You can see that the 2004 has ultra cameo. The one on the right, 2001, has just a proof. Still get the same kind of cameo on the back. So they obviously go for the design on the front, a kind of matte design of Una and the lion. I actually bought a set of these 2001 ones, and I thought it would make sense to have all the set graded, which I did. I've still got all of the ones in the set. I haven't sold any yet, and I just wonder what you guys think of the investment potential of these, whether this is the kind of thing you guys would hold or whether you would be selling. So let's take a look a little bit further. Another Britannia, so the 2006. I think I went through about 3 months, and whenever I saw one of these coming up for a reasonable auction price on eBay, I bought it. And I haven't regretted doing that, because I think that these things are at least £100 more now than when I was buying them. And so part of that's obviously the gold price, part of it's sterling exchange rates, but they've gone up as well as more and more people have been interested in Britannias. So here we have one of the special design ones, PF70, 1997. I particularly like the special design ones, and I've noticed that whenever you get a special design one that comes up on eBay, it sells very, very quickly. And in fact, whenever these come up as eBay auctions, there's a lot of people trying to buy them. A PF70, well, there aren't very many of them that have been graded, and there are very, very few 70s. And when these come up, these attract a premium, particularly in the States, of, I would have thought, at least $100 over one that's in a box with the COA. Maybe a little bit more than that, maybe $150 more. So a 1988 one, this was the second year they made them. PF69 is still pretty good. Usually these things end up as 68, 69 or 70, as is usual with all of these kind of proof coins. Okay, this one is actually one that I bought off a Fort Lauderdale reseller. So I remember I walked in there with a couple of bits and pieces, some bullion sovereigns that I'd bought that I wasn't happy with the condition of to get graded. And he had this advertised on his website. And I think that I worked out a trade on it, but I think he was asking something like $970, $950 for this in dollars at the time. And I was really interested in getting the PF70 because there aren't very many of these that have been graded. I think I got a good deal. I think that that would certainly be closer to $1,100 now, so there's been some reasonable appreciation on that one, I would have thought. Okay, so this is the half ounce. You saw the quarter ounce one just before. This was some of the coins that I sent in for grading in the set got a 70, some of them got a 69. But, you know, I kind of like these, and I haven't really thought about selling any of these, but I might very well sell some of these coins going forward, probably to buy slightly rarer and slightly more expensive coins as opposed to bullion. I think my preference over time has gone from low-priced and bullion kind of coins to things that there is an international market for, and where the price appreciation has been slow but steadily upwards over a longer period. So this one, some of you guys might have seen before. It's a favourite of mine. This is one that I won at an eBay auction and sent it in for grading. In 2002 there was a great big set of gold coins and also Maundy money, and I think the big set sells for about £6,000, £7,000, £8,000, and this is one of those coins out that set. There were 2002 of these minted, so it's not a low mintage coin, but 99% of them have been kept in the big set, and there are very, very few that have been graded over a period of time. So it's really, really nice coin. And you know, I've been looking for one of these on eBay over the last 2 years, and I don't think one has come up for auction in 2 years. So very unusual to find these separated out from the sets. Ah, okay. I always get a bit upset when NGC, I think, put the wrong side. I think if you're having a 50 pence and it's designed to celebrate the Scouting Centennial, you really should be putting the Centennial design on the front and not the Queen. Probably these days, if I got this graded, I would send this back as a mechanical and get them to correct it and put the Scout on the front, because it's crazy. There's a lot of interest in these 50p's when they come up, providing the sellers don't get too greedy. Gold 50p's will always sell for a pretty good premium. It's not a massive premium, because I think a lot of old Royal Mint proofs, over a period of time, unless they're very special, they tend to even out as kind of bullion plus 20% or something like that. So I don't think anyone is ever going to make a lot of money on these proof gold coins, but the newer ones have gone up so much that it's kind of dragged some of the older ones up a little bit with it. So you know, Royal Mint now charge so much money for one of these brand new, maybe £900, that people will easily pay £500 to £600 for some of the older ones. So quite happy about that. No plans to sell that at the moment. Okay, then you've got this one, which you'll have recognised from one of the last videos, conservation videos. No plans at all to sell this. I think it's a really nice coin, and I can't see myself selling this for quite a long while. Really like it, and I would like to build up gradually the complete collection of these in about 64, 65, 66 grade. I did buy at HA auctions in Chicago a £2 one, which I'm going to send to NCS as well. But over a period of time, as I see the right coins, I would like to pick up a sovereign and a 5 sovereign to go with the complete set. That would be really cool, I think. So that's nice. Okay, so here's one you might also recognise. I bought this from a bullion dealer in Germany, on eBay Germany. He didn't know whether it was a matte or whether it wasn't a matte. I mean, it's obviously not the best matte proof in the whole world. The grade is fairly low, but it's a really nice coin. And I think that finding it, buying it in Germany, bringing it back to the UK, grading it, all of that stuff has given it a lot more kind of credibility and value as a coin. And I would have thought that I've probably added something like 30 or 40% over the price I paid for it by going through that process and adding value to it. So more than happy with that. And at the moment, no plans to sell this one either. So what's next in the box? Okay, so this has got a story behind it as well. So late one night in America, I was visiting Florida, and I saw a 3-coin proof set come up on ebay.com. I realized that the Americans tend not to value the 3-coin sets as highly as they would do if they sold at the proper time on the proper day in the UK. So I was able to pick up this 3-coin set for about $1,700 on eBay in an auction. And I thought I'd have them all graded. I ended up keeping the double sovereign because I think it provides the best value and a lot of gold for the money. And I sold the sovereign and the half a sovereign. I got a great price for both of those, and that really allowed me pretty much to keep the double sovereign almost as a free coin in the end. So having said that, over the last year I've seen a big increase in the interest and the price of these, and they go for something like $500 to $750 more than I paid for them now, even in America. So I obviously got it just at the point where it was good value in the States, and before people realised that actually it was a little bit undervalued. So next one. Wow, I'd forgotten how nice this coin was. This is a really, really nice coin. MS63 Plus. This was bought from a bullion seller in Germany, on eBay Germany, and it looked nice in the listing. I thought it's really nice, and I just took a chance on it, bid for it in an eBay auction at bullion prices, sent it over to NGC, and it came back at a 63 Plus, which added quite a lot of value to it. So very pleased with that one, and again, one I'm not really planning to sell. I think I did the same thing with this one. Only came back a 62, but 62, you can see that, you know, a lot of luster on it. Really nice condition coin. But a lot of these bigger gold coins were only ever used for interbank transfers of money, and they never really got circulated, particularly around the later ones at the turn of the century. So you'll find that a lot of good quality coins went to places like Germany, and every now and again they come onto the market from people's collections and you can pick them up. Whereas if you try and buy a raw coin like this in America, it could probably be a reject that someone's already had in a slab and then broken out because it was a problem. Same story with this one. It was a coin that I picked up in Germany at an eBay auction. It looked nice in the auction. Didn't pay a huge amount of money for it, and they gave it a plus sign when they graded it, which is always pretty cool. No, I really like it. One of the most beautiful coins ever made. It's the only $20 gold piece I have in my collection, and I'm very happy to still have it. Okay. Next one. Well, you probably all know the story behind this one. It went back to NGC a couple of times, still suffers from these notorious surface hairlines, but it is an uncirculated coin. I paid, I think, £1,225 for this coin. I think that given the fact that it is a problem coin, but it is uncirculated in grade with a lot of nice detail on it, I actually think that was probably about the right price I paid for it. I don't think that I've added any value to it necessarily by grading it, but I don't think that the slab will lose its value either. I would have thought this would sell for the same price any day of the week really easily. You know, you let me know, how much would you pay for this coin if you were buying it? $1922 P for Perth Mint. So this is Western Australia. This was minted, and it looked to be in really nice condition. It's another one of these coins I must have bought at an eBay auction, and it turned out into an MS62. You know, and I think particularly in the days when I was starting to send coins to NGC and slabbing, and even now, I spend a lot of time just looking for value, looking for things that, you know, for example, NGC will charge $30 plus costs for slabbing this. So you can't just take easily an ordinary sovereign, slab it and expect to make anything on that. And I try and buy coins that maybe are a little bit more special in terms of condition or date, so that it stands some chance of covering the $30 fee for grading when I send them over to be graded. A 1911 sovereign, MS61. I'm always happy when I get these in MS grade, because it means that, you know, there's no problems and I've chosen the right coin. It's relatively straightforward to get Edward and George sovereigns in good grade, because again, they didn't really circulate at that particular part of time. They were just kind of stacked up, and most of them were in pretty good condition. It's very rare that you get something which is pretty worn out. A little bit earlier, 1910, an AU58. So it's still a nice coin. Sometimes it's difficult to know with these whether it's an AU coin or an uncirculated coin. I know this last one is an MS63, 1909. So you can see the difference. If I hold it up to the light, you know, imagine if you were looking at an eBay listing, you really would not be able to see very easily whether you were buying a 58 or a 63. So sometimes you just need to go for it and get it graded, and then sometimes you'll come out on top, sometimes you won't. So long video today because it was all done in real time, but hope you enjoyed it and have a great bank holiday. And then we'll see what happens with the next one, next time I have a chance to make a slightly longer video.